What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody out there is keeping safe. Today's the day, guys, where I answer all of your questions regarding day trading, all of the questions you leave in the comment sections, all of the questions you've left on my DMs. Obviously it's the same questions that repeat themselves, so hopefully you'll find the answer here and it will add some value to you. And you guys know the deal. Smashy, show your boy some love. Otherwise, let's get right into the video. So let's jump to the first question, and I think this is more advanced than beginners, but how long does it take to become a successful trader? So really, what is a successful trader? A successful trader is somebody that is making money consistently, not somebody that has, well, if you're making money consistently, then you're going to be making obviously good money. But to begin with, even if you're making $10 to $20 consistently, then you are a successful trader at this stage, because you're reading the price action, you're getting at the right, basically you're doing well with trading, right? And you're becoming consistent, coming out profitable every month. Again, trading is one of those things where you learn a strategy, you learn a framework, and there's 20% of that that will basically lead back to you, and that's emotions, being able to identify pullbacks, trends, and just being able to read what's going on the day in front of you without anybody's aid. And the only way to do that is by actually being in the market and experience it, being wired in. The more you're wired in, I mean, you can't leave trading and come back a week later, expect to do the same trade you done last week. It's not gonna happen. You have to be wired in to the market and just looking at what's going on. The more trades you make, the more experience. You have to build up that confidence, that experience, that expertise, or by yourself after you've actually understood what works, what doesn't. So you don't need to learn everything, you just need to learn what works and what doesn't. Some people, it take them 6-12 months, other people a year or two, other people spend 2 years doing the same thing over and over again, or even 4 years, but don't see any success because they're doing the wrong thing and they don't learn from that mistake because nobody's correcting them. All right, how do I get started trading? Well, first thing you will need, like I said, is the right framework, the word strategy. Well, there is a strategy regarding day trading, and like I showed you guys that in many tutorials, how I trade and how others trade, the same thing. But you start off with money you don't need. You open up a broker. You know, you start small. You practice even with a demo account to kind of prove the theory that you've learned that it actually works. And then you take that small amount and put it into action. Now you've got real money. Then you start small, right? Because the emotion is going to be different with real money. You're going to start small, you're going to perfect that, you can grow that small capital or add more. And that's how really you get started, right? 3 steps. I'm losing money, what should I do? Well, if you're losing money, look at why you're losing. Either you're getting, look, the question is, I'm losing money. If you're asking that question, I'm losing money, like I said, you're probably doing the things you shouldn't be doing, and your patience isn't on point because you have to be patient at times. You're probably listening to people when entering a trade, because if you're asking that question, that means you really don't know why you're losing money, right? I mean, the only suggestion I can give is cut your position in half and then go back with a small position, or go back to paper. Practice, build up that confidence once again, because I know when you lose once, your confidence drops. So go back again with full confidence after you practice with a demo account and continue, right? And you might lose every now and then, but as long as you're coming out profitable 3 times out of a week, 3 trades out of 5, I mean, you're on your way, right? Keep your trades once a day. That's very important, and that's really what I do. I'm losing, no, we answered that. What broker to use? A lot of people are waiting for this question to be answered. What broker to use, guys? There isn't like a best broker out there, but some brokers are there for day traders. They're specific for day trading, not holding over time, or long positions overnight. So there's few offshore brokers, and there's few, you know, for your home country, and I'll leave a list. I'm not going to answer them all here, so I'll leave a list in the description. Just click the description of this video, you'll see a list of brokers, and you just compare cheap commission, being able to short stocks, and I guess, you know, leverage. For some people, they'll need leverage, but the commission per transaction is the most important thing as day traders. So have a look at that, and you can look at it if it's regulated or not. Yeah. When did you get started trading? That's another question. Before I ever came on YouTube, about a year and a half before that, while I was not working a 9-to-5 job, just like many people, I was just researching stocks and researching how to make money. And then I came across trading. But just keep in mind, I don't make majority of my money from trading nowadays. Obviously before, that's my main source of income. I built up capital, I built up large amounts of capital. And then you kind of want to branch out, right? So don't hold yourself just to trading. After you make large sums of money, you now want to experience more things, because when you do it for too long, and trading takes over your life, right? It kind of takes over your life at the beginning, but once you make large capital, you can just take a step back from trading, or even cut down on the amounts you spend in front of the computer, etc., etc., and just dive into other industries, right? So 2016, that's, I think 2015 or 16, that's when I got started. How long did it take to see results? Well, I lost 4,000 when I first got started. Remember, I started with no guidance, nobody there telling me what to do and what works, what doesn't. I was just doing shit. I lost 4,000, as you expect. So, yeah. It took me about a year after that to kind of just get the hang of things. Obviously, on and off, after that 4,000, you curl up in the shell, hard-earned savings, and you get scared, you pull your savings out. But my mistake was, I actually, thought I knew it all. Looking back now, I'm like an idiot. Just diving in with 4,000. I was actually about 10,000. But I took a step back and just, got the mind straight and actually learned from those mistakes that I was doing, and what works and what doesn't. And that's how I identified those patterns. It's from taking step backs every now and then. Is it really that easy? If you're talking about making money within 5-10 minutes, yes, just like that, right? Just like that. We play that stocks that are going to be volatile on the day. We've got risk management. We enter, we're out, 5-10 minutes. We take our profits. At times, the market might be acting weird, and we have risk management. We take the loss. Tomorrow we come back to recover. But majority of the time, 80% of the time, the market goes in our favor. The stocks we trade go in our favor, because we've got certain variables that we look for. So yes, when it comes to getting in and getting out within 5-10 minutes, it is that easy. But when it comes to emotions and handling your losses and pulling yourself back from doubting your trade while you're in a trade, then that is the hardest part of trading. Do you pay tax with trading? Yes, unfortunately, you pay tax with trading. Depends for each country. Obviously, you pay it at the end of the year, at the end of the tax year. Yeah, it's not fun. Look, paying tax is never fun, but you have to do it unless you go to a different country, become a tax resident there, just like I did. What equipment do I need? Well, you need a simple laptop, fast. You can use for Windows, Intel 7th generation, I believe, and above. iCore 3 and above, something like this, right? That's the processor. So how much money can I get started with? Very good question. Well, some brokers allow you to start with 500, 600, and you can go in with leverage, use leverage. Some people don't recommend it, but over time, when you get good with your $500 or even 1,000, something under 1,000, you build up, you can start using that leverage, which is extra buying power, basically a little loan the broker gives you to buy stocks you can't afford with your 1,000, or short stocks you can't afford with your 1,000, and it just gives you a better reward, you can say, but also the risk is the same. So that's why you can start using leverage when you get good at what you're doing. Is it true 95% lose money? Well, where did these figures come from, 95%? Like I said, those who don't really have the right guidance, those that don't really have the right mentality for trading, they will be counted to the 95%. So at the end of the day, if you're really talking about getting 10 people and training them the same give them the same training, give them the same principles of emotions, one of them will take that and actually perfect it, while the rest will still be in the process. So again, it all depends on the individual. 95%, that's the same figure I've been seeing for years now. And I've seen that when I first got started. So it all depends at the end of the day. 95% of people that go in don't really know what's going on with the markets, don't know the ins, don't know the outs, don't have the patterns, the behaviors that can occur, etc., etc. Can I trade while working full-time? Well, if you have if your desk is facing a wall, or there's nobody behind you, sure enough, put a little window on the side. Otherwise, do what majority of the guys in the chat room do: take a lunch break or a toilet break. So yes, you can trade while you're working full-time. How much can I make? So calculate 1% or 2% of the. So look, you have $500. Obviously, the more money you have, the more money you can make. The less money you have, the less money you can make, but the less you will lose. So that question, how much can I make? Nobody can answer for you. I mean, you can make anywhere between, if it was small capital under 5,000, you can make anywhere between 200 and 500, right? Depending what you're trading and depending if you're using leverage or not. If you're using 1,000, 2,000, you can make 50 to 100 per trade. Okay, I mean, this all adds up. The trade is only 5 minutes, so you're actually making a week's salary, almost a week's salary, in 5 minutes in one day. So look at it from that point of view. But I know when people see 100, they're not really happy with it. I'm like, why? You make that, you make that in 2 days. Why wouldn't you be happy with 200 in 5 minutes? So I think when people see that money fast, they say, yeah, look, this is, I don't know, all of these emotions start playing with your head. But you can make anywhere between that. The more money you have, the more money you can make. Sometimes 500, sometimes 1,000, 2,000. In this current market condition, your 500 is like 2,000, because stocks are so volatile and they will move by huge amounts in a specific direction if you know how to read them. So these are all the questions, guys. Hopefully a lot of you learned something here. I appreciate you for watching. I'll see you again for more videos. Smash that like button. Let me know in the comment sections if you have any questions. Watch it. Do not ask the same question I just answered. I know somebody's gonna ask that question, but yeah, I'll see you again, guys. Hopefully everything is answered here. These are the most common questions. Follow me on Instagram if you want. Otherwise, I'll see you again for more videos, just like always. Peace.